just a few times, and we have sold more than 40,000 of these rugs. They are from the Don Aslett Cleaning Company. I just want to ask you, would you like to stop the dirt at the door? Or do you like mopping every day where the dirt comes in from the pets and the people and whatever? We have these beautiful rugs. They are microfiber rugs from Don Aslett's Cleaning Company, and the prices are great. The colors are beautiful, the pattern is beautiful, and there's two sizes, large and extra large. Now, this is John Holt, and John Holt brings us Don Aslett cleaning products. So great to see you again.
Yes, thank you.
This is so exciting. Yesterday, you and I had these in an entire hour of cleaning, and we sold a lot of them, thousands of them. I want to start up here. These are the two sizes, first of all. This is the large size. It's like playing Twister.
Yeah.
This is the large size, and the large size is $24, and you can see we have it in brick red, brown, and sage green. And then we go to the extra large size, and this one is $34, and again, in all the same colors, brick red, brown, or sage green. If you want the extra large size, just so you know, it's 34 by 52. 34 by 52 inches. If you want the large size, which is this one right here, then that one is 26 by 38. 26 by 38. Now, here's the question.
Yes.
Why should we own a microfiber rug in our home? And these are indoors only.
Okay. Everybody that knows Don Aslett knows how we have microfiber towels, we have microfiber mops. It's the best way to clean. So we decided to make a microfiber doormat out of the same material. We didn't invent microfiber doormats, but I got to tell you, we did perfect them. Beautiful patterns. They do not shed. They're machine washable. So the same way that I can use our mop to get dirt off the floor, watch this. I'm going to step in this tray of black mud. I'm going to put all my weight in this tray. Okay, I'm going to step on the doormat. I'm going to give just a little bit of a wipe, Mary Beth. Now I have a sheet of paper here. I'm going to put this sheet of paper on the floor, and I'm going to step right on that sheet of paper with all my weight. And I think you'll agree, there's not a single fleck of dirt on that piece of paper. So that's the deal. You're stopping
amazing.
the dirt at the door. Now, just to clarify, just so you think I'm not cheating here, I'm going to step in the mud again without stepping on the doormat. I want you to take a look at the paper. If you didn't have our doormat, look at all that wet moisture coming into your house.
That's what the husbands, the kids, the grandkids, the dogs, everything is bringing into your home. Why not catch it here on the mat? And here's the other great part. Look at this. Now he's doing it again. He wiped his feet off, and it's clean. The thing about this is that these are machine washable as well, and line dryable. So you can put these in the washing machine. Now I want to tell you something. If you love this brown in the extra large size that I'm standing on will ship out right away. But everything else is on an advance order and ships out on January, sorry, why did I say July? January 18th, I don't know. But here's the thing. So anyway, it's kind of like, get it, because do you know when January 18th is? Next Wednesday. So it's not like it's going to be that long.
So not to get technical about our doormat, Mary Beth, but there's other microfiber mats out there that they basically glued the microfiber to a rubber backing. Yeah. So when you wipe your feet on it, you get all these fuzz balls. That's not what you want. What we did to our mat, and it took us 5 years to develop this, what we did, Mary Beth, is we wove the microfiber into a carpet backing.
Interesting.
So it's just like a regular rug. And then we bound it to a synthetic rubber that'll never dry rot. And if you look at all these little dimples, this is a non-slip mat. Then we sewed on the border. This is a beautiful mat. You can see the profile. Any door will swing right over top of that.
That's the really good part too, whether it's a bedroom door, an outdoor door.
So a lot of mats are just too thick to put in front of your door. They get kicked out of the way.
Yeah.
And if you've got pets, they've got 4 feet. Now look at this. These dogs that come in, so that was 8 plus 2 humans. That was a dozen feet that just came in the door. If you've got a house full of hardwood flooring, that costs several thousands, tens of thousands of dollars sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Spend a little money on this doormat. Protect your floor. It's a big investment. See how the door swings right over it?
Yeah.
That's the extra large mat, Mary Beth. If you want to put it lengthwise, you have to take a couple steps across it. Now, and again, you could put it in front of a dishwasher, in front of your refrigerator, especially if you have an ice maker or a water dispenser. The water goes in the mat, not on the floor.
We're going to take you on a tour right here in my kitchen, because it's my home with Mary Beth, right? Did they say that? Here's one thing you were talking about.
That's the extra large mat that I put lengthwise.
Yeah, and so in other words, if I come in the door, and I was hoping they didn't lock me out, but when I come in the door, say I'm coming in from outside, I'd wipe my feet, and I still have to take more steps before I get off.
Exactly.
So that's a really good one if it's coming in from outdoors. I love it if you have the larger refrigerators. Maybe you want to get the extra large to go in front of that. If you have a regular size fridge, a large size will do well.
Right.
Here's the large size. I just am showing you. This is a double sink. So if you, just that large size, which is $24, fits in front of a double sink. Here is a stove and oven. The large size for $24 fits in front of that. The thing about this is that it's kind of like, I think, extra large. I love that you brought both sizes.
Yes.
Because I like to have some symmetry. I like to have some cohesiveness throughout my home. And so I might put this in front of the door that comes in from the outside, but then I'll put this in front of like those different appliances.
That's exactly right. So, and it's a great shower mat too. You step out of your shower, if you have slippery tile, step on the doormat, your feet are dry.
These are great in the bathroom.
Yes.
I didn't even think about that.
So, and the other thing, Mary Beth, is no matter how much traffic you have coming into your house, you can get these mats completely saturated. The water will not seep through the backing onto the floor. It stays in the mat. Again, I just stepped in mud. I wiped my foot just slightly. That piece of paper is perfectly clean.
Look at that.
If you don't have our doormat, watch this. I'm going to step on the sheet of paper, and there's the, look at all that moisture that comes in.
Yeah,
If you step on our doormat, okay, here's the mud. I'm going to take one step, 2 steps, okay, just do a little bit of a wipe. I'm going to come back to the other sheet of paper. Look at the difference, perfectly clean.
And here's the other thing, this is the season. I mean, this is when we're having rain, snow, sleet, all kinds of funny things going on outside. So you're bringing it in, the kids are bringing it in, the pets are bringing it in. And the other thing too is if you want, like we said, machine wash, when you think about it, even the extra large rug, you could probably fit it in your, I want to say, like those bigger washers.
Yeah, the front loaders.
Front loaders,
I fold it in quarters, drop it right in.
Okay.
Wash it with laundry soap, but don't use fabric softener.
Right.
That'll put a coating on the microfiber and they won't be as absorbent. Regular laundry detergent, no fabric. It tells you that on the tag, too, on the mat.
But no fabric softener.
Let them line dry.
Yeah, exactly. Don't put them in the dryer.
Right.
I have another question. Sometimes there are rugs out there that have kind of like a rubber backing, but they do weird things to your floor.
Right. If you have real rubber, like a black rubber backing, it could deteriorate and turn your floor that color. This is what we call a TPR rubber.
This is not that.
It's a synthetic rubber. It'll never discolor your floor, and again, it's completely waterproof. This could be completely soaking wet, but the water will never transfer through onto your hardwood floor. And there's the profile. Any door is going to be able to swing right over top of that.
Yeah.
Even if your door sweep hits the microfiber, the non-slip backing makes the mat stay put really, really well.
We're going to show you sizes, prices, colors, and all that jazz. I'm going to start up here. This is the large size. The large size is 26 inches by 38 inches. So figure it's a little more than 2 feet that way and a little more than 3 feet this way. So figure 2 feet by 3 feet with a little extra. And we have it in the brick red, the brown, the sage green, and this one too is only $24. Then I'm going to come back over here to the extra large. The extra large is 52 inches long and 34 inches deep. So just a little bit less than 3 feet deep, and then about, how many feet is 52 inches?
It's about 4.5 feet.
4.5 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. And the other thing I want you to know, and this was something you brought up yesterday, John,
right,
is that it doesn't matter with this print which way it's turned.
Right, because we wanted people to be able to use the extra large mat lengthwise at their door.
Or even this large one, too.
Right, so if you hold the pattern this way, it's unidirectional. I guess that's a word, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so it is.
So it looks the same this way as it does this way. way.
But look how beautiful that is.
It really, we did
when we pick it up now. And also, if you felt it, I will tell you right now, I know who's going to be living on this rug, and that's your pet.
Yeah, my boxer loves it.
You got the boxer. Yeah. I got the boxer. My boxer would love it too. So it just dawned on me when I felt how soft that is. It's microfiber, so it's sucking up whatever is on your shoes, and not just moisture, it's taking dirt as well.
Right. You know, I mean, the kids are going to come and just basically walk across it, but even just walking a couple steps across it, let me come back to the sheet of paper here. I didn't even wipe. I just basically stepped 3 or 4 times, and my shoe was clean. Now, as adults, here, I'll do a double step here. I got 185 pounds sitting in a mud puddle, okay? I'm going to come up here. I do a little wipe before I come into my mud room. Back here, all of that, clean on the left, clean on the right. Mud over here, okay.
It's impressive.
Again, if you don't have our mat, this is what you're allowing to come into your house.
Wow.
You step on the doormat, look at this. It's going to be dry right next to that mud puddle. Isn't that beautiful?
It's amazing. Here's the thing. Think about your front door, your back door, your side doors, coming in from the garage if you need to. And remember, these are all indoor rugs, but then in front of any of the appliances in the kitchen, in your bathrooms. I mean, anywhere where you want to keep those floors clean, this is what you use. We've had more than 2,000 ordered just in the last few minutes. You have the large size, which is 34 by 52. No, excuse me, back up. The large size is 26 by 38 for $24, and then the extra large size, 34 by 52 at $34. And we're hoping that at some point we've got runners to match that will be coming into QVC.com.
Stay tuned.
So stay tuned for that, because I want you to realize if you want a runner, they're coming.
Yes.
Okay? John, thank you so much.
Thanks, Mary Beth.
High five you.